Mr. Speaker, less than 1 year ago, the Prime Minister said, and I quote, that any regulatory checks and custom controls between Great Britain and Northern Ireland would damage the fabric of the Union. Given that this deal clearly does damage the fabric of the Union, does he still agree with himself?
Mr. Speaker, I believe that, and I know that this was raised many times in the House yesterday, I believe that the Union is preserved, and indeed we are able to go forward together as one United Kingdom and do free trade deals in a way that would have been impossible under previous deals. This is a great advance for the whole of the UK, and we intend to develop that together with our friends in Northern Ireland. But I must say to the right honourable gentleman, and indeed his colleagues on the front bench, that I think it's a bit rich, Mr. Speaker, to hear from him about his sentimental attachment to the fabric of the union between Great Britain and Northern Ireland, when he has spent most of his political lifetime supporting the IRA and those who would destroy it by violence.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister has a habit of not answering any questions that's put to him. Northern Ireland will remain on single market rules within the EU on goods and agricultural products. The rest of the UK will not. As the Honourable Member for East Antrim pointed out yesterday, it does create a very real border down the Irish Sea, something he said in terms to a DUP conference he would never do. And it wasn't that long ago. It may be when he was trying to become the Tory party leader that he said that. The Prime Minister told the House on Saturday there would be no checks on goods moving between Northern Ireland and Great Britain. Yet yesterday, the Brexit Secretary confirmed to the Lords European Union Committee that Northern Irish businesses sending goods to Britain would have to complete export declaration forms. Is the Prime Minister right on this, or is the Brexit Secretary right on this? They can't both be right.
Mr. Speaker, let's be absolutely clear that the United Kingdom is preserved whole and entire by these arrangements, and indeed the whole of the UK will be allowed to come out of the European Union Customs Union so that we can do free trade deals together. There will be no checks between Northern Ireland and GB, and there will be no tariffs. There will be no tariffs between Northern Ireland and there will be no tariffs between Northern Ireland and GB, because we have protected the customs union. And I may say, Mr. Speaker, this lachrymose defence of the union, as I say, comes a little ill from somebody who not only campaigned to break up the union between Great Britain and Northern Ireland by his support of the IRA, but who also, Mr. Speaker, wants to spend the whole of the next year in a referendum not just on the EU, but another referendum on Scotland, Mr. Speaker. That's what he wants. This is a threat to our United Kingdom on the Labour front bench.